Present.
Mr. Gonzalez.
Present.
Mrs. Diane.
Present.
Mrs. Brumlow.
Present.
Let the record show all governing body are present. Next item, discuss and propose agenda items for upcoming regular meeting and view various topics of the governing body.
We received our final audit and the release letter from Santa Fe. And we've already had discussions on this and we had board members sit in on it. But when we get the hard copy, we have to approve it. So
Okay.
I have a hard copy for all of you. And then we have the quarterly report. And I think about 3 quarters ago, they started saying that they wanted the board to approve it. So you approve this every quarter. And that report gives you a synopsis of where we are. So you'll know where we are that quarter. We'll have that for you. And then Hollis Fleischer came to see me. And her mind's working 100 miles a minute. She's good. She will be here to give you an update on recycle. And she did give me some information that I've handed you on other communities that are doing some of the curbside recycling. And she's not wanting this like tomorrow. She's just wanting us to start looking at it for the future and the difference that it'll make and stuff. And she's gonna give a good update, but she did give me some reading information on it. She said Gallup's really adopted it. I mean, they're really good. And Silver City. And there's a lot of other communities. I know that Albuquerque does, but she sat and we had a good conversation and we had a bunch of options. And just in talking, I told her it might, if that's what the route we decide to go, and it won't be anytime soon, we might almost be better off going on our own. And if Gallup's going from here to Albuquerque, paying them to take it over there after we've got it. And I think we almost could do that, and there are monies for grants, because then your cost is just the polycarts. But that was just if and when and in the future. But she's not saying I want it today and she says, can we start moving towards that? Or even thinking about it, basically, is what she's after. But she will be here on the 19th to make a presentation. I just gave you some reading material for that. Does anyone here have anything they would like for the meeting?
Yeah, I got a few things I'd like to discuss.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, there was something in the paper about the 10% going up on our water rates. All right, I think it should have been explained a little bit better. I think it should have been, these people think that they're going to be rated on 10% on their gross bill, but it's not that. It's just their water bill.
And they do it every year, so they shouldn't think that.
Well, that's what they think.
And we shouldn't have to every year say, come here, this is garbage, this is sewer, this is
I
water.
know, but then we do have, like,
But
for
they
example,
do it every year and they complain every year and they're the same people.
I know, but the
So
way
they can come in and it will be explained.
and the way I explained it to them was, for example, my bill. I say, mine was, my water bill only, we're not talking about the final bill.
You're right,
Only the water bill.
you're right.
And the water bill, mine was $17.51, so my bill went up by $1.75. Things like that need to be explained to them. And I know that, okay, then somebody said that we hadn't had a rate for, 10 years? A rate hadn't come up in 10 years.
From 97 to when we started going up, they didn't.
But they had one,
Yeah, then we we started 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Not even, 2 or 3 years, and we
Yeah.
told them at that time, we
Right.
really need to go up a big amount, but I'll commit to no more than 10%.
I know, but these people need to be, explained again.
But if
to 'em.
we explain
Sometimes
it,
they don't
I
understand.
we
I know.
can't put ourselves in that position. If they come in, we are more than glad to explain it.
They
But
complain,
I never even put it in the paper because every
Oh.
year they say, we didn't know. We send it in their bills 2 months before. We post it up here and nobody asks a question. But I thought, okay, well, I'll go one up and put it in the newspaper. It's been up there, they can ask, and we'll tell them. I just, you know, I feel bad, but
I know, but
it
some
says
people,
water.
I know, but there's people that you do have to explain to that it's just the water, isn't it the total bill?
The
A lot of people
average-
thought it was the total bill.
What's what the
No,
average
it's-
citizen pays?
I know.
No.
Cause mine,
So upset.
I looked at mine is,
Everybody's
mine's like
different.
$36.
It
36 to
depends.
40
I'm gonna
bucks.
give you guys my
Yeah,
money.
yeah,
What-
so
what's
I
your
figure it's
water
only, it's between, could be $4 a month.
Just
the
water?
But
Yeah,
It goes up to your gallons, I think, but I think
yeah,
that's
so
really
it's
not.
not,
Well,
at first I thought it
everybody's
was a total
different.
bill.
Yeah.
I said, oh my gosh.
It all depends how many gallons you
Yeah.
use.
Yeah, it does.
That's what it is, like for example.
Well, look at this. We had a customer, I don't know who it is yet even, so I can't even tell you. We got a reading and it showed that they had used 97,000 gallons.
Oh,
So
gosh.
they contacted them and they went to go shut it off. Not to be mean, but do you wanna keep paying? It was in the evening and are they gonna be able to keep adding to that water bill? Well, they said, oh, no, we want you to leave it on till the morning. So we did, but it's a rental. Now, you know what happens in most of those cases? The renters get up and leave
I
overnight.
know.
And then the owner
Yeah.
says, well, why did you leave it on?
Well,
We can't pay this.
you can't take care of it either.
So, I just, you know, we're kinda caught in the middle there, but we figured if we turned it off in the morning, they have time to find a way to fix it. Because it's a
And
large bill.
Another thing you need to understand, the gallons, how many they use too.
You're right. It
From
depends
two-
if they water a lot.
From 2 to
You
5
know, a lot-
gallons. I mean, from 2,000 to 5 gallons, they only charge about $2.17.
Or pay the
It's gonna be just a little tiny amount.
Yeah.
But people don't seem to understand that. They think it's a total bill.
and if I remember right, when we went up on it before, you had said in a couple of years we'll have to raise it again. And
I've always said that.
because we can't operate in the red.
Plus, the sewer, is it the sewer, the garbage?
Garbage.
When we did that, remember, we told them after we get it going, we're tying it to CPI, and it's gonna only be what CPI is plus 5. That thing is flowing like, it works, I'll tell you. And the CPI last year was 1.8%, I think. So there, except for the fuel, and actually this year the fuel went down, I don't see an increase in that. But that's not my control, they come to me. Same thing, the sewer.
But then there's
And you know, they're fixing grants.
I know.
I only look for them to say the sewer's gonna have to go up.
Yeah.
I don't know that yet, you know, but it's not, it's like, we're going to the water mediation, and you've been to the meetings now, so you know the first thing they ask you. CDBG, capital outlay, what's your structure, how do you charge, how do you bill, what do you do? And they're asking that now in these water
I know, but
litigations, and they're saying, are you doing this? And are you doing this, and are you doing this? And
these people don't understand, though. You have to be telling them and telling them and telling them.
Well, I
when
got
you
a
hold a
suggestion.
meeting, they don't come.
I know
I
that.
So
got
how
a
am I gonna
suggestion
tell 'em?
for you. When it comes to board comments at the meeting, you say what you want to, you know, explain it.
Yeah, I know.
and That would be fine, that would be a good.
Cause I mean, we will gladly if they come in or say
They
anything,
don't come
I
to the
will do
meeting,
that.
so I know we don't explain it. I know.
Yeah.
But we'll see if we can't figure something out a little better, we'll try.
So they understand it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're gonna be some
understand it, yeah,
complaint
that's all.
anyway.
'Cause
you
it's
know.
Only on the water, and they're not gonna get charged that much,
yeah.
Yeah.
a few dollars and that's
Well, now,
it.
but you know that if the water goes up, the sewer goes up. Cause it's tied, they're tied to each other. Just so you know that.
It's what, now, go ahead, repeat again.
The sewer is tied to the
Yeah,
water
yeah.
unless they have a huge increase in grant, and that's what it is. And once grants gets their calibration, we have to figure that. But for now, it's tied to the water.
I know.
Okay. But we'll try, and maybe we could in the comments or something.
That's the way I've been explaining it to people, when they come to me that they're all mad and what have you, they're
Yeah.
outraged. First they ask me, you know, well, I couldn't remember that it was in the beacon.
It wouldn't hurt to explain it to
But
them.
you have to explain it to them so they'll understand. And then they do understand, and then they come at it again. I know.
Okay,
Okay.
we will do that. we'll try.
Yeah, we'll.
We
you
can
know,
try, we always
It won't
try.
hurt
Yeah,
anyway.
it won't hurt.
It doesn't.
It's only your water bill, not your whole gross weight, bill.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah, one more thing. We had a closed session on this MGL, and, we're not supposed to talk about it, about the meeting or anything, what happens in those meetings. But then when I was asked, what did you guys talk about in your meeting? I said, we can't talk about it.
No, well, what we can do is tell them we had a meeting regarding NGL.
But it
And
was
then if it's something that NGL
But still,
makes
we can't
public,
talk
it's
about
fine.
it, but then it was in the Beacon the next day.
Yeah,
And then this
well,
lady
that
comes
was-
back to me and
yeah,
said,
but that
you're a
wasn't
liar.
us.
That wasn't us.
I
That
think,
wasn't us.
they, NGL,
We had
But it
told
is
them they
their
had
whole
it to do a, we told them.
yeah,
So it wasn't that. And now what and we have to stay in compliance, we're not fighting. They said when we put closed session, we also have to say what it's about, not just the statute. So you'll see that in there from now on, because I told Teresa, come on, let's do it, just so we make sure we're all right. Okay? And basically, the thing about the closed session, most of it is
Just
your decisions.
information.
You can't, if you
Well,
can't
anything.
make any decisions in closed session, they have to come out into open session. Okay, that's your information, but you make them outside. But, okay,
but
That's all I
I think NGL let people know besides us
That's gonna
what they
happen.
were doing.
So they will be
That's how it
expecting
got out.
it.
It wasn't anything that leaked from our closed session. But there was a lot of people.
and it was already close to, they wanted to know what was going on. And you can't blame them, they're looking for jobs, they
We're
want to
looking for
work.
jobs, that's it.
Yeah.
So,
And NGL wanted us to know
Yeah.
before anyone else
Yeah,
would.
so I have.
okay,
Okay.
Felix,
I have something that's going to involve the village, and I've got a press release right here. And what it is that I'm going to be sponsoring an art exhibit for students ages 8 to 18 in April. And we're gonna offer the students prizes, $100 first place, 75 third, 50. And then I'm going to see if we can't take the winning art, have it scanned, printed on vinyl, and then placed on some of our abandoned signs. You know, this way, I think that if you start with students, rather than artists, well-known artists, I think it's a lot easier to, it's a good way to start,
Yeah.
and it involves the students, and so I could have used a lot of other stuff. I used celestial, because it's the skies, it deals with vision, and so a lot of students are interested in that sort of thing. But anyway, there. That's it.
I have a couple of things. On February the 27th, the Milan School is going to do Read Coast to Coast. We would like to invite all of the board to go over and either go into a classroom and read with students, read with them, or read to them, but we'd like for the board to be involved.
On the
On
27th.
the 27th, it's an all-day,
Of February.
all grades will be doing this, and it's called Read Coast to Coast.
From what
So,
time?
we'll start at 8:30 and go to 2:30. So if you have, Felix has grandkids over there, if he wants to go read in their classroom, read to them, or read, listen to them read, or if you just want to move from one class to another, that's fine. We'd like to invite you to go read with the kids.
I think it's a great idea.
I think so
I'd
too.
love to do it.
Me too.
Are you sure that I'll actually be able to read the book?
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Well,
I
maybe
don't
you'll
know.
have to listen
I
to
may
as
have
long
to-
as you don't
I may
take
have
it,
to-
math
I
will
may
be
have
all
to- I
right.
may have to borrow the book and take it on
See,
home
no.
and look up the words.
To judge you. Take your dictionary with you.
but we would like to
Okay.
see everybody get involved in that. Also, I have a complaint.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't take them.
You gotta take a place.
I'm tired of those.
Okay, I have a lady that that uses our pool in the evening for open swim. And she doesn't go every day or whatever, but she went the other day and it was 5:10 when she got there and the pool was closed. Even though it says open swim is until 6 o'clock.
Was it posted?
She said they were in there and they told her it was closed
Why?
because nobody was there at 5.
Who cares? They don't close just because it's closed.
It's not the first time it's happened. And I think she's probably,
I will
to you,
fix that.
Robert.
What's that?
I said, she said something about she had mentioned this to you before.
Yeah, those things are difficult things, but if they're supposed to be open, then they should be open.
You're right.
The thing that we have no control over is
When?
things like
Weather.
weather and
Right,
water temperature.
right.
The water temperature, I think, months ago, we had a discussion about that. It's set and it's kept at a constant. Some folks want it higher, some
Yeah.
want it lower.
And so we put the guidelines and that's where we keep it and we post it. And they know that's where we keep it, so. But this, I will take care of.
Yeah, if it's supposed to be open,
That's
it
right.
should be open.
Yes.
With those
And,
hours.
yeah, it doesn't matter if you go swim for 30 minutes,
That's right.
but,
Unless, like he says, they have a problem with something.
And then they
And
should
that-
post it.
and that was no
They've
problem.
always, they're supposed to post it if
Right.
there's an issue. Okay, I will take care of that. Anything else?
No,
One more thing, I went to see I went last week to the wrestling match, for the kids' wrestling match, and they had about 7 kids that had participated in Albuquerque, and they got about 7 medals, I think, 7 or 8 medals, the kids did. And if you didn't go, today's their last night that they're going to be there.
At the gym?
On the gym.
The
Well, they're
program's
having,
over.
I think they're gonna have next week or something, I thought I understood them to say that they're gonna have a pizza for the kids, pizza party for the kids or something like that.
I thought they were gonna go longer than that.
I don't know, I understood that tonight was the last night, and I could have misunderstood that too, you never know. I could have misunderstood, because everybody talks so much. I mean, everybody was talking, but that's what I understood, that tonight would be the last
I
night.
guess
And, they're gonna participate one more time this weekend, I think, in Albuquerque or somewhere.
I guess that
Who was it?
if I meet or run into Mr. Lundstrom, I will ask him, please provide us with a schedule.
I'm almost sure
Because I really
tonight's
wanted to go
the last
see
night.
that, just saying that we support what you're doing. But the only time I went, there was no one there.
No one there.
Yeah, but I'd like to go.
And you know about it, it's tonight, the last night?
Yeah, I think so, but they have a couple of tournaments.
Yeah, well, and they've been doing real
But
good.
as far as,
But I thought their time was longer from what he told me when he asked me.
yeah, I don't know,
I understood
I
that.
think, because,
No, that's right.
in a couple of weeks, I think, soccer, baseball,
spring
and that, they're gonna
sports.
start.
Yeah.
They're not gonna
Yeah.
do it at the same time.
No.
I didn't
They're
realize
not.
that, but,
No,
and that's
because a lot
fine.
of the kids do,
Yeah.
yeah,
Others.
spring
And it's
sports.
God, don't tell me soccer because
And it's got
they
some
told me
lot-
I have till April the 1st. And we're working it as fast as they can.
registration started 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
I knew
Yeah,
that.
and
there's some
it's,
loose kids
and they've got a lot of kids registered.
They always know.
And I think he's putting a lot of money out of his pocket too, Mr. Lindstrom, for those kids.
For what?
I guess for eats and things like that, I guess. I don't know. I didn't inquire, I mean, it's just, yeah.
Speaking of kids, there was one other thing I need to mention, and that is that Milan Elementary will be hanging their art at the Double Six Gallery. It's going up this month, and on the 21st of March, we're having a reception for the students and for artists. And so, but I will, before that happens, I will make sure that everyone here gets an invitation to that event. And usually, the students, the parents, the teachers from Milan Elementary, you can always count on them showing up. They show up in full force.
Okay.
Yes, my name is Russell Montoya, and I lived here in Milan for at least 41 years, and so I go back a long way with a lot of you guys, a lot of people here, pretty familiar face. I go back a long way with George, Helen, Felix. I worked for the mines, I've worked for the rigs. I retired out of the state highway department. I'm a 100% disabled combat vet, and I'm the guy that purchased the property on 400 Clay Street, and I know there was concern about that. I talked to Marcella earlier in the week about it, and she told me I should go ahead and start cleaning up over there since I purchased the property. And since then, I've checked around and tried to get the best money-wise price that I could to clean the yard up. And I finally got a crew together here just in the last couple of days. And so they worked out there yesterday on the yard, and they did a half a day today because of the weather. But they did a lot of work, and so it's starting to move along. They hauled quite a bit of trash to the dump, and it should, the way that I see it and the way that they're moving along, as long as the weather don't hold us back, I think they should be complete that cleanup by next week, around Wednesday of next week. And I know the board was concerned about the trash and all that stuff that's on that property. And I cleared up the back taxes on it and stuff like that, and made sure that I had a clear title. And anyway, I just wanted to make sure that the board knew about it, and if there was any problems, I'd like to address them right now.
Well, that's what we're after, we just wanna get it done, we're not out to, to take anybody's property or anything, we just want it cleaned up. And if you're doing it, that's all we have to say.
Yeah, I can assure you that I'm gonna go ahead and get it cleaned up, and like I say, for the way that we're moving now, we should have it up to code by next Wednesday at least. And so,
That's good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like you said, I've known this gentleman for a long time. I know he's gonna do it, but what I was gonna say, if you need extra time, I think
And
we
I
should
have told
give
him
him.
that.
Yeah.
I told him if he wanted to come on the 19th and just say, I have a plan and I'm working it, I didn't see that it would be an issue.
That's,
yeah,
But
Yeah.
we just wanted you to know that he is doing it, and at least he's addressing it,
and that's good.
and
Yeah.
that's all we wanted.
That's good. Thank you, sir.
yeah, the cost of the trash going is it's kind of expensive, but I'm trying to get it within a week so that, see, I want it out of there too. I want to get it cleaned up too, and so I can start working on the fencing it and stuff like that. And I just wanted to make sure that the board knew about it and was aware of it, and I got some kind of a approval for it. And I appreciate that you guys are willing to give me an extension if I need it, and if I do need it, I will let you know. But the way things are going, I think I'll be all right.
I think,
Good
oh,
enough.
just give her a call, you don't have to come before us at a date.
Yeah.
Just give her a call if you need the extra time.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay, well, that's what I wanted to say.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Thank you. I think I'm good. There's a PNC meeting tomorrow, and Alan had typed up a list that she's taking to the meeting, She gave me a copy of it. If any of you are interested, I'll make you one. But it's for, what, we're trying to make sure, cause the perception is the code enforcement officer does one or two and then what else does she do? And so we're pushing and trying to just make sure that she's staying on top of them. But she says this is the only way she knew to do it. She's taking it through her board and saying, this is your list. You take it, you work on it, and you bring it back to us next month and tell me what you've done. And you know, if that's what it had to come to, that's all right.
Yeah.
But if you look at these, I just wanted you to know in case anybody asks. And I'll make you a copy.
Yeah, I think it looks good too.
These are just, and these aren't all of them, but these are stuff that she knows have been out there a long time. And most of it is easy if you address it. It's weeds, stuff like that that they could clean up. And that she could do before other things.
I did have one thing, I almost forgot.
Okay.
Since baseball is gonna start here pretty soon, 3 weeks or so, can we have the backstop at Marble Park put up again?
Sure.
Probably the same one that they had last year.
Does it work?
I guess it did, no, I didn't hear anything.
I'll tell them
Well,
to make sure
you know.
it's a good one.
Yeah, because they said it was a little small, but that's, it's better than
Better than nothing.
nothing, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll
It
have her
works,
put
that's
it up.
good enough.
I will.
That's the only thing I know.
There is one thing, I knew I had something, it had to roll around my mind. I spoke with Joanne Martinez from Homestake. She's their community liaison person. And they want, and they've been real good about helping with all the projects, and even in grants, anything that we need. And we have the Fall Festival, and they did participate in that, and they helped us for Christmas, and that didn't work, so we won't do that again. Because there wasn't enough interest, okay? But I told her, we've talked about this since we combined the two festivals, the fall and the pumpkin. We were wondering what else could we do, and I told her we tried the 4th of July, but they complained because they wanted it all over there, so, okay. So I told her, well, maybe we could do something in the summer. And she said, what if we have like a summer fest thing? And she said, we'll participate in it with you and do just free hot dogs and desserts and that, like a village picnic for all the residents. And if we could pick a date for that, that could be May or June.
Isn't the Elks doing a festival now this weekend too? Yeah, and I don't think, they're only charging $1, I think I read in the Beacon.
What's it called?
I think, and they're just charging $1 and that's it for everybody, for anybody that goes in, which is good, I thought, and they're gonna have different things. Could be something to look.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But, I told her I think that would work, and we could, just because we've talked about it, and that would work because we could promote Milan. I don't care.
It doesn't
Let
hurt to
people-
help.
Let people put
Try
their
it.
booths up, who cares?
Try it.
Free hot dogs,
Yeah,
just
Sure.
a community event, come
Yeah.
and get
that
together.
would be nice.
This is the village.
Uh-huh.
And,
Mighty-
and Homestake is willing
Yeah.
to help us with that. And she said, we need to do something.
Try it anyway.
I told her, good. So if you would kind of,
I think June would be,
Yeah, it'd be a good time in
Might
June.
even try, what about maybe do some horseshoes or something like
yeah,
that?
I mean,
for-
that's what I mean.
and, you know,
But
the guys to
June?
play.
Okay,
June
so
would be
when,
You know, one of the events that occurs in June is, summer solstice. Solstice is the longest day of the year. Officially the first day of summer. You know, but you can always look at other things. When was the village, do we know the date that the village was incorporated?
1957, and that's all.
1957.
That's right.
Well, we can make a big lie. know what he's saying. It was June, I remember
People
clearly,
know.
it was written here.
And then they're gonna say, can you show me your
Yeah,
documentation?
exactly.
Well,
No,
don't we know
wanna-
any good
we don't wanna-
foragers?
We don't wanna mess up anything. Come on.
Not even, I mean,
Yeah.
we don't even have to
No.
tie it to anything. It could be a
It's just
summer
a
fest.
summer fest for
It could
everybody.
be Summerfest.
Yeah, that's
And
all.
So
we'll
that's,
just-
we're looking at this Saturday. What Saturdays do we have?
We have well, you can
6th,
do the 13th, I won't be here, cause I'll be at the budget
Well, the
conference.
20th is right
We have
around.
the 6th, the 20th, or the 27th.
The 20th would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The 20th would be good.
That's right at
Or
solstice.
you
Yeah,
know
the
what,
20th would be
that,
good.
that's the Saturday before Father's Day, so
Oh.
that's not, like, families probably get,
Not anymore.
not anymore,
No,
okay.
I don't care, I don't care. I'll put it down and we'll just
It
try,
doesn't
because if
matter.
we try to work around everybody else,
You're not gonna get it done.
we won't do it.
Do it the
Well,
20th. and that's
And
it.
I want you to know that when we do this, I'm sending a letter to Mary. It was Mary Ortega. I wondered if she had a different name. Tom's sister. She
yeah.
said
Oh,
that
yeah.
when we did something, they wanted to come,
Right.
but they lost their mom in the meantime. But
Yeah.
I am gonna send something and tell her we are having, so I know that they'll wanna come. But you give me a date, cause we need to start planning if we're doing something like that.
Well, the 20th,
I
because,
think, yeah,
This
the
would be-
20th
yeah,
sounds good to me.
yeah.
I don't think.
Cause I mean, they
Father's
don't,
Day
like
is-
for Father's Day,
That's just a
That's
Sunday
before, I
thing,
mean,
yeah.
Father's
they
Day
get
is
ready, but
yeah, they don't,
I don't think it's as
No.
big unless
this
it's
won't
for
hurt
you.
anything.
Really? Is it for you?
No, I won't be here on the 20th, but I can put together whatever desserts or something.
I don't wanna do it if you're not gonna be here.
No,
So let's do
Because
the 27th.
Okay, 27th will do.
Is that good for everybody?
It's fine by me.
Are you going to come?
but I can do my
Either be
desserts
gone,
and
you don't
leave
need
them
to.
with
No,
something.
I don't want to.
27th?
Yeah. You bet, doing something with y'all.
On the 27th?
And the 27th?
Do you?
I don't know.
The church?
No, I don't know. I haven't heard anything, so just put it down and it's fine.
Okay, put it down.
27th.
Cause we could move it into July or we could do it the 6th. I mean, it's warmer later anyway,
Yeah.
right? But just so you know, I didn't think it was a bad idea.
I think it's a good idea.
I think it's a
So
good
I
idea.
think maybe we can do that.
Let's go to July 4th then, and there's,
Well,
oh,
if you go to
not
July
that,
before,
I forgot, no, not that, not that.
do you wanna hear that again?
Not the 4th.
We'll leave it there, if it
Yeah.
comes to a
You're right,
emergency
leave it alone,
change,
just
we
leave
can
it alone.
always go.
Yeah,
We'll do
27th.
that. So we'll start
Yeah,
at
And
least
it'll be
planning
warm-
stuff and
It'll be warm
getting
on the
ready.
27th.
yeah, the 27th would be good.
And I figured we could do it at Elkins.
Okay.
Well, that'd be a
Because-
good place.
Because there's all those canopies, they don't all have to think they should have to sit together, you know, if they just wanna come and enjoy the day. You know, you've been up there, I'm sure you have, but you've seen all the canopies up there now? Even put some on the hill? I think it would be nice.
Okay.
And they got bathrooms there too.
Yeah.
Well, they got bathrooms and I'll put extra for an event like that,
Yeah.
but then they can park all the way to George's, it's not so.
Yeah, we might even ask the Lions if we could park in
Yeah.
that lot, right?
Yeah, I don't think that would be an issue.
I think you would,
But
yeah.
they can
So-
park all the way down to my house, there's nothing going on
But
that
it
way.
would be nice if we could park, you know.
Yeah, but we could ask them, so,
Working late.
I'll,
Trying to get caught up with the, we'll see you guys.
good night.
Aye.
I think that's a good place for it.
Okay, well then, we can do that, because if we
27.
try Easter, you remember that we had Easter, and that happened, and then we had the 4th, and we had a bunch of things, and now and then we combined the two, so we wanted another event, and I think that would be good. It's not like, and it's not a holiday, so people aren't thinking, well, I planned this
Except
and
for
I
the
planned
holiday.
that. It's just a weekend.
And there's some grills up there too,
There
so.
are.
Okay,
But
27th.
if we're
I know.
serving them, we're gonna be probably
Right,
cooking them.
right.
Also, now that I said
We
that,
still have that big grill over at Parks and Rec.
I think we do. I don't cook, but I think. In April, we're probably gonna be looking at our cleanup again. And I'd like to get ahead of it.
Okay.
I'll be out of commission on the 11th. And Holy Saturday is the 4th, so you won't get a lot of people. So probably the 18th or the 25th.
The 25th, you mean?
Of April or the 18th.
The 18th or what? Or the 25th?
No difference to me.
No matter to
Me
me.
either.
Whichever.
When is Easter?
Easter's the 5th. And I'll be out of commission the 11th. We can have it, but
Well, no, because spring break, that's the week of spring break.
so you don't want to do it then.
Is it the fourth?
No, the
Yeah,
11th.
The
It
11th is spring
starts
break.
on the 3rd and goes through the 11th.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So it'd have to be after that.
right.
So we would need to be after that.
So the 18th or the 25th.
The 25th?
25th might be a little warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it might be
25th.
windy. What do you think?
Let's just try it anyway.
So we can get ready for that. Okay, I think I'm done.
Anyone else?
We've gotten a good response on our payments. Did you all look at your bills? No.
Our bill?
Which bill?
A bill?
Your water bill.
Yeah, no, I did. Matter of
And that
fact,
we're able to make online
Oh,
payments.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We are getting a good response.
Are you? Wow.
In fact, he's trying to get probably that's why he's here, but we need to file in by 4, and the only thing that'll affect is, if we don't have it in before 5, they process it in the morning, so if you sign in the morning to see if your payment posted, it won't be there till about noon, unless we can have it in early. And I don't see why we can't, we're gonna work towards that. But it is working. Yeah, really happy with it, so.
Okay, announcements?
We need something in March. We need something to do in March. No,
No.
I'm kidding myself.
Planning and zoning
She's
board
gonna kill
meeting
me. Go
on
ahead.
Thursday, February the 12th, 5:30. And the regular board of trustees meeting on Thursday, February the 19th, 2015 at 5:30. Anything else? Motion to adjourn.
Okay, meeting adjourned.